Ice Keys on the beat.
You Stagnation, crypto warriors of all
Champions.
ages, man. Top of the morning to you, sir. How you feeling today?
Hey, it's Monday.
Listen, man, BK Crypto was on the show before we were. What's up, champion?
Boom.
Yes, sir. How you feeling today?
We in here.
Man, have you seen all this stuff with Ordinals going on right now?
I told you, man, that BRC20 crap, man, we gotta figure out what the hell those guys are doing.
What a time to be alive, man. It's interesting. It's interesting. I know Bitcoiners are absolutely losing their marbles right now, man. Well, it's not Bitcoiners. They're maxis.
Max is
They're losing it.
eyes are turning red like mad.
They don't want anyone else on Bitcoin. It's insane. And don't get me wrong. I'm a Bitcoin all person, man. But I think this situation is interesting. And I think that is one that needs some thinking before.
They're
Yeah.
experimenting on the main chain.
Look at that. BK. Hey, let us know in the comments, guys. Are you guys interacting with the new BRC20 tokens that have appeared on Bitcoin? What are your thoughts on it? Obviously, the maxis are pretty sad about it. And I would like to know what you guys think as well, because it's interesting. Should the maxis be able to essentially tell people? I mean, they can't tell anyone anything, but should they be behaving the way they are?
I spent 4 hours on Twitter Live, just listening to those BRC20 folks. And I was like, you guys are another level, man. You bring your Ethereum crap over here. But okay, let's see. Let's see what you guys got.
Those gas fees have gone out of control now. So
they're literally saying that, oh, you guys are used to cheap fees, man. You guys need to pay more fees. I'm like, are you serious? This is not the solution that we're trying to bring.
Yeah. There's a certain level of arrogance that comes to people who think they're smart. Look, Big Crypto says he was going to buy some last night. What happened? Which coin were you going to buy? I know there's Pepe out there.
There's Pope now.
There's Pope, and the's a few others. I haven't even explored the whole thing.
So after listening to all their madness yesterday, I bought some Pepe just because.
Oh yeah. Listen, man.
I looked at the chats first, though. Before I touched it. This is not an investment advice. I'm just playing around to figure out what the hell this crap is.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not like we want to take investment advice from you anyway.
No, that.
Nah, I had to throw that one out there. You set yourself up, man. What are we talking about today, dude? This is pretty cool.
We are talking about your life.
Yes. Finances.
The critical skills that you need for you to be successful in this new innovative lifestyle. I think this new revolution that we're all going through.
Absolutely. Yep. So let's begin with this video, because I think this is going to be very telling of what we're going to be talking about.
Yes, sir.
Currently, we live in a society where, for one, the education system is way outdated. Right? Nothing that is being taught in school is really relevant. And I knew this since when I dropped out of college, essentially. Because I was sitting there and I'm like, there is no way all of this stuff is relevant. I'm out here looking at things that are way cooler, and you're teaching me C+ right now. I don't want to learn C++. We need to be in the future. Furthermore, the same thing applies to money, actually, right? So in the first video that we'll check out here, and by the way, guys, let us know if you can see,
if you can see, if you can
or
hear,
if you can hear the video,
the audio.
Yeah, absolutely, because this one is a bit of a tricky contraption that we're setting up here.
This video, it was from this weekend during the Berkshire Hathaway investor forum.
Oh yeah, okay,
yeah,
cool. All right, let me run it then. Let me run it. Here we go.
Mr. Buffett and Mr. Munger. Hi, my name is Daphne. I'm 13 years old, and this is my 6th annual Berkshire Hathaway Chain.
Guys, let us know in the comments if you can hear the audio, by the way. Just drop a 1 or something. However you signal this.
Signal 1.
Shoulders meeting. And I've had the privilege to ask you both questions in years past. My question for you today is the following. As you know, the U.S. national debt is currently at an estimated $31 trillion, making up about 125% of the U.S. GDP. In the meantime, over the past few years, the Federal Reserve has telegraphed that they intend to monetize the debt by printing trillions of dollars, even as they insist that they're fighting inflation. Already, other major economies in the world, such as China, Saudi Arabia, and Brazil, are moving away from the dollar in anticipation of this. My question is, are we likely to face a time in the future when the US dollar is no longer the global reserve currency? How is Berkshire prepared for this possibility? And what can we do as American citizens to attempt to shelter ourselves from what's beginning to look like the beginnings of de-dollarization?
Well,
Fit and Mr. Munger.
It's a strong question.
Very, very informed question.
Yeah. I think her parents wrote it for her, but we'll give her the credit.
You think so? At 13 years old, you'd be surprised how smart these kids are these days.
Well, I would agree. 13 years old these days are quite smart. They're exposed to more information overall too, right? So
we're gonna save you guys the time. You guys don't need to watch the rest of the video because Warren Buffett didn't answer.
Warren Buffett didn't answer the question. Obviously, he couldn't answer the question. He kind of jumped around the place, right? But it is very clear, nonetheless, that this is not stuff. I think we can all agree that this is not being taught in school.
No.
So
I can tell you because I got kids.
Exactly, right? So that's definitely not where she got that question from. And the same thing applies to just the general workforce, right? How people create their value, right? Because essentially that's what it is. You can think of yourself as a business, right? Instead of an employee. Because at the end of the day, to make money, you have to go out there and provide some value to someone. Right, and you get rewarded for it.
And we'll start that value in the US dollar right now.
Exactly.
And she's telling us that value is about to get diminished.
Exactly. Right. And that value will be getting further diminished as well by AI, if you will. Right.
Yep.
Let me switch over here. We have this article here. Who wrote this one even? Is this AIM?
Mohiti Pandey.
Yeah, what a strong name. And essentially an entire generation is what they're writing about here. An entire generation is studying for jobs that won't exist.
Right? I can tell you for a fact that she's not studying for a job that won't exist.
Exactly.
And I can also bet that she's probably untrained.
Yeah, I would say so. It just seems like one of those, right? And of course, Mark Cuban says he's kind of caught us in the past, so on and so forth.
Yeah, he's a smart guy in the room.
He's a smart guy. He just wants some badges. We could all tell. It's not like it's something that is. We could all tell that AI is coming for everyone's job. So, your thoughts, Double O. What do you think how this is gonna go down?
I want to tell you, just this moment to thank you for what you did this weekend.
What did I do?
Because right before this video actually happened, you sent me a video teaching kids. It's a cartoon for Bitcoin. It's a cartoon that teaches kids about money and why Bitcoin exists.
That has been going around.
And this is what we need to start doing, guys. The future is moving fast. The future is now. We have your money, the current fiat system diminishing, and there are systems in place that they're trying to use to replace that. But there is a solution already for the problem of inflation that she was talking about, and why China and everybody else is moving away from the US dollar, which is Bitcoin. Right. And you need to start teaching your kids this. But then we also have AI, which is about to eliminate your ability to store your value, to work. Yeah. That all the crap that you teach, that you're learning in school, AI is about to wipe that out. Literally, AI is going to do it. So you have the ability to work, which is being wiped out by AI, and the ability to store your value, which is
Bitcoin.
Absolutely.
Big move. It's two things happening at the same time, right? You have a stronger way to store your value, but at the same time, on the other side, there's also this innovative thing that is requiring you to change your skill sets in order to at least maintain your value or keep generating value, right? I remember because it was maybe like 2 weeks ago at work, there was a document I was supposed to create. And generally this would take like, I don't know, a day or two, just like digging around, looking for stuff. But then at the last minute, I was like, wait, ChatGPT. And I just asked ChatGPT with the document. And 5 minutes, man, in 5 minutes, I was sending out an impressive document. So it's definitely something to be thinking about for sure, right? And to be in an environment where our schools will not even tell us the truth, or we have a system that will not update the educational system.
Sure. I think history books.
Yeah, it's safe to say, really, everyone should really be looking at life right now like it's everyone on their own.
Yep.
Right. Bigger Crypto says we are smarter than they think.
Yep.
This is facts, especially after the lockdown. I think that the outcomes of everything that is that we're looking at right now is
they
not what
effed around and found out.
Exactly.
People sat at home for too long.
Exactly. That is this is the age of Aquarius.
Oh
damn, man, we went into horoscopes. I don't.
I
Okay.
gotta read up on that.
I don't know what that is.
Teach us about that, Vicky, man. We need to do a live show together.
All right, man. Y'all doing stargazing. I don't know what that is.
I love it.
This is we're about to change the world. It's a paradigm. It's a paradigm shift. That is for sure. I agree with that, sir.
After that 100%. Black moon or whatever we call it.
What's that?
We had the moon like during when Bush was president, or Trump was president. That was that big eclipse that happened, and apparently when that eclipse happened, that's a big revolutionary change that happens right after that globally.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's a big shift.
Okay, well, I'm not aware of these things, so I have no comment.
He said, look it up.
I'll look it up after this. I'll look it up after this. Okay.
Hey.
Y'all stop firing at me. I got you. No good. But carry on, dude. I think Mark Cuban here, obviously saying that AI is going to be replacing a lot of jobs in the future, right? And do you think that people just learning to code is the solution here, or just maybe being more creative? Because it seems that if all the technical jobs are taken away, right? It seems the field of being creative, it never goes wrong. Like you always be able to provide value to someone one way or another.
So in my computer science class, when I was in school back in the day, before C++ and C, there were these old classic codes. I'm running a blank on their names now.
Yeah, I know. They're medieval. They're ancient, yeah.
And literally, you had to write multiple pages for you to create a function.
Right.
C++ came and literally you write one word and that function get pulled, right? And then now you have Python that is almost like way better than C++, but C++ is still for the mathematical people, right? Fortran, man, crypto, man. Thank you for popping that in there.
Fortran, yeah.
And now we have Python. Now you have people using Python and C++ on this on the Bitcoin blockchain.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's moving so fast. But here's the crazy part: AI has been trained to write all of that for you. Right. It actually writes better code than most human beings without bugs. You can even teach AI to debug your code.
Yeah.
So if you're going to school for computer science, right, which is one of the highest paid jobs, by the way, and AI is replacing that, that means what this girl is talking about, it's really super connected. Your store of value is gone. I mean, your ability to store value is gone.
It is gone.
So what you got to be able to do now is understand how AI works. I'm not saying that don't learn how to program so that you can program AI. You can do that too as well. But what you got to do is become superhuman. Right. Be an human AI. Use AI to your
advantage.
To your advantage, just like what you did.
Yeah.
Most people don't know how to do that. Just like some people still don't know how to use Google or know how to use YouTube.
Yeah.
Now this is the advanced level. But now I think this is part why we gotta get our nose really sniffy and start sniffing out what that new opportunity is gonna be in that space.
Yeah. There's always new opportunity.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
And I think to be able to identify those new opportunities, right? The way I look at it, maybe I take a bit of a different approach.
Yep.
Because it seems one of the biggest things people worry about is this idea that AI is going to take. I mean, we're talking about it. AI is going to take away everyone's jobs, right?
It is eventually.
Yeah. So, but then with that mindset, right? It seems people feel like they have to compete with AI. I look at it a bit differently. I don't think we have to compete with AI. It's still a tool.
Yeah.
Right. And people feel threatened by it. People want to travel fast. It does not mean you have to go learn how to run 200 miles an hour. You go buy a car that will do 200 miles an hour, right? But it's the same way I look at AI, right? I don't think it's really for us to be outsmarted because the human brain is much more complex, right? And much more dynamic. So I think that will still apply. It's just the basic principle of humans versus technology, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of figuring a way to work around that. And with this is even more prominent now because with the ordinals on Bitcoin, which is what we started talking about, right?
Yep.
Is where you can see things like this really starting to flourish.
Layer 3, maybe.
Exactly. And I think for me, my vision is an environment that implements AI on, and of course all these cool applications on the Bitcoin network. So I think this is one of those reasons why it's very important to pay attention to these things as the world is changing.
It's funny you say that because people are saying, oh, copyright laws, AI is literally copying other people's knowledge,
Mm.
and then other people are able to use it without copyright. What's the term here? But
Plagiarism.
yeah, plagiarism.
Yeah.
I'm like, but I mean, everything is copy and paste, really.
I mean, look, man, if I wrote a book and AI copied my book and pasted it on your homework, I'll be pissed, So it's just what it is, right? So what do you guys think of this, though? Do you think, have you guys used AI in your jobs, by the way? That's something I'm actually interested in knowing if anyone has used AI so far at their job.
I do think that AI
cool.
is going to escalate the adoption of Bitcoin once we start having more of these AI
absolutely.
type apps on the Bitcoin blockchain.
Absolutely.
Because if the bias, which is something that I think is an opportunity right now, can be removed on AI because people still developed it, and ChatGPT does stop saying Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, because that's what ChatGPT has been programmed to do. Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. CBDCs has advantages and disadvantages. Some people think that the disadvantages is that your security. No, we don't think. We know.
We know. Yeah, we never know. I will say those biases. I notice every time I ask GPT about Bitcoin, it always has to throw in crypto there as well.
Yeah, it does all the time. So imagine an open AI that fully understands the Bitcoin blockchain. Just imagine that.
We'll see. I'm pretty sure it's out there already. But I don't even know what to imagine with it because all of it is so new. Right? And I feel like I'm experiencing Bitcoin by just staying open-minded.
Yeah.
There's a lot of times when like, and I get it, like when people try to speculate on what can possibly happen. But I think sometimes with that, you get to miss a lot of other opportunities and other possibilities that are around. Yeah. And this is why at the beginning of this, I said, we've seen the reaction to like Bitcoin maximalists on this thing, right?
Ordinals and stuff.
Yeah, of ordinals. But at the same time, this is a technology that is open to everyone. So at the end of the day, I get it. You also have that freedom to express yourself and, how you feel about people on it. But
can we take it off the main chain and go do like a layer 2 or layer 3 type solution like Lightning? Why does it have to be on the main chain and saying, oh, it's okay to increase fees? No, it's not okay to increase fees. Bitcoin is here to give us free.
Here's the thing. Again, it's about providing services, right? Yeah. So if you're out here saying you're trying to provide services and part of your whole program is to say we're going to charge you higher fees and think that this is I'm trying to figure out how to turn that logic upside down. There's a reason they left Ethereum in the first place, right? And so when someone decides I'm not going to interact with your applications because the fees are too much, right? And they'll stop doing that because someone actually made that move to maybe layer 2, layer 3. Then now you're at a disadvantage. So I'm not really worried about that. I think they're just a lot of these arguments sometimes that they have is kind of like just think about it. Think about like at least 3 steps ahead or 4 before you just lash at our people on social media or on Twitter, right? Just so that you sound smart. They have every right to be on Bitcoin like everyone else. If they break Bitcoin, then we know that Bitcoin is not what it was supposed to be in the first place. So I don't feel any way about it.
Do it now before the rest of the world adopts it. It's still a 1 to 4% adoption rate globally. So we have time.
Hey, that's what it is. Look at that. Big Crypto says it will evolve as it has to. As it always has as well. You know what I mean? Any other thoughts before we close this one out, sir?
No, I think the topic for today literally covered it all.
Yeah.
Your startup value, it's changing. Currently fiat, and we're currently at the revolution where we believe that Bitcoin should be the global standard.
Right.
And now your ability to create that value is also changing because of AI. So it's really up to you. You have to educate yourself. The educational system is not teaching you that right now. So you really need to teach your kids, yourself, about what's going on and start either getting paid in Bitcoin or start understanding how you can utilize AI for your day-to-day living.
Facts of life. BK Crypto also said he used AI at work. So
there you go.
That's cool. More and more people using it.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is cool hanging out with y'all this Monday morning. BK Crypto, man. Shout out. By the way, if you're watching, please check out BK Crypto store. What is the website again? BKCrypto.com.
Yeah,
man. Some really cool apparel on there, man.
I'm not wearing my gear today though, but I'll wear it next time.
I appreciate the support, sir. It's always good. You know what I mean? Jake Fever, I'm working on 20 altcoin bag 20 altcoin back plan that will reach 50K next run.
Dude, you are over diversified, man. You need to just focus on one and just go.
Hey, man, let us know how it's going. Listen, one of them we hit. I think that's a strategy.
We've been there.
He's casting a net. So
it's going to learn.
It's also about the magnitude of your pocket. You know what I mean? So if you have
Jake
more money,
Fever.
you can do more with it.
Tell the people what you got bagging, man.
Yeah.
Just make sure you're not left carrying the bag afterwards.
Yes, well, Biggie Crypto says another one. Good show. Appreciate it, brother. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, please follow us on, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to Gentlemen of Crypto, follow us on Twitter, StackFin, Facebook, StackFin, Instagram is a biatch. Follow us on Spotify as well, Stack.
I like our left Instagram page. So we can just
Instagram is a clown, bro. Until next time, prison out.
Double love.